Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 26 of our look at our favorite female-fronted bands of all time. We've got 30 days of November. Each and every day we're picking out a different favorite. I'm picking one of mine, you're picking one of yours. A great rock band, metal band, prog band, pop band, whatever. An actual band that's fronted by a pretty terrific female vocalist. Or maybe a few, right? Could be any real combination here. Today, day 26, I'm going to go with a band from Glasgow, Scotland, who were around back in the early 70s, fronted by the great Maggie Bell. The name of the band was Stone the Crows. And, I apologize. I normally like to pull out my CDs for these, but my S's are buried. Well, I got a lot of my, bands that I don't have a lot of CDs from because they only had a couple albums. They're buried in my closet right now, so I wasn't able to access my Stone the Crows because I do have a couple of them. Right, that's the debut album right there. Band was Maggie Bell on vocals. All right, Les Harvey, the late Les Harvey on guitar, Colin Allen on drums, James Dewar, right, the late great James Dewar on bass and vocals, John McGuinness on keyboards. Of course, this was James Dewar prior to him joining up with Robin Trower. He would share co-lead vocals. Maggie was the main vocalist in the band, but James Dewar would sing as well in this great band. And again, this is prior to him joining Robin Trower as bass player, lead vocalist for a number of albums through the 70s. So these guys only had a couple of albums. All right, Stone the Crows, which I just showed you, that was in... let me see if I can get you, show you their second album, because the second album is quite good as well. Bear with me a second. Second album is called Ode to John Law, which came out in 1970 also. I don't have a picture of the album for you, but anyway. Stone the Crows, self-titled album, 1970. Ode to John Law in 1970 as well. And then Teenage Licks in 71. They had an album called Continuous Performance in 72. A few live things here and there, but that was basically it for this band. And discovered, I guess, by Peter Grant. Okay. Because, of course, they have the connection here. With kind of Zeppelin and all that, right? Peter Grant involved in both bands somewhat, but Polydor Records was the debut Stone the Crows album, produced by Mark London. So what's the music of Stone the Crows like? Well, if you've never listened to them, just picture a fiery vocalist in Maggie Bell who sounds, oddly enough, very much like a young Janis Joplin. The music is blues rock, kind of like Free, right? Sort of. You've got this really, really sizzling guitar player named Les Harvey who unfortunately would die like in 1972 on stage, electrical mishap, right? Crazy, right? Crazy stuff. But a really, really exciting blues rock guitar player, great rhythm section. One of the great things about this band is that you had, essentially you had this amazing female singer, but you also had this like up and coming great singer in Jimmy Dewar. If you listen to the song "Raining in Your Heart," you can hear the both of them singing side by side. Just absolutely terrific. I really like the first album a lot. It's bluesy, it's soulful, but it rocks. You got The Touch of Your Loving Hand, which is a terrific song. Raining in Your Heart, like I said, is really exciting because it's a fast-tempo blues rock song. You got both of them singing side by side. You got Blind Man, The Fool on the Hill, then the lengthy I Saw America, which has some really great instrumentation on it. A lot of great guitar work on it. It's just a really, really interesting, fun band that, ultimately wasn't around too long, other than the first two albums are the ones that people mostly talk about. And after Les passed away, Jimmy McCullough actually joined the band to take over the guitar slot. Of course, Jimmy McCullough would move on to Paul McCartney and Wings and lots of fame there, right? So a very short-lived band, but a very cool band that you go back and you listen to them now, you're like, oh yeah, why was this band not really big? Because of course, you look at the elements in the band, and you've got this great soulful, powerful bluesy singer who sounds a lot like Janis. Janis, of course, went on to lots of great fame before she passed away. You got Jimmy Dewar, that nice, again, he's got that kind of bluesy, soulful voice as well on his own. And, of course, he went on to big things with Robin Trower. Right, and you got the music itself. There were a lot of bands doing this sort of thing around that time who, made a big names for themselves. So it's just kind of, maybe they just kind of flamed out too quickly. I think that has a lot to do with it. We're looking at 2 years here, pretty much. That's about it. So but that is my pick for today. Stone the Crows, featuring the late great Maggie Bell. Wait, is Maggie Bell still with us? Hold on. Maggie Bell is still alive. All right, there we go. She is 77 years old. So I'm sorry to say. No, they've had a lot of deaths in this band, but Maggie Bell is still alive, 77 years old. But Stone the Crows again. Here's that is the album cover of the debut. All right. Sorry, I'm not showing my physical CD today, folks, but like I said, stacked away and stuff. I didn't feel like pulling out, 100 and something CDs trying to find it. So anyway, that is my pick for today, Maggie Bell from Stone the Crows. So let us know what you think of this great band in the comments below. And we got another one coming up for you tomorrow, so stay tuned for that as we march our way to number 30. And then we're going to count down my favorite 31 albums of the year each and every day, starting at number 31 on the 1st to my number 1 of the year 2022 on the 31st, New Year's Eve in December. So lots coming. So strap yourselves in. It's going to be a fun and exciting December. We got lots of programming happening. So what's coming up here? All right, so today, of course, is Saturday. So we've got the UK Connection coming up later today. Simon, Stephen, and myself are going to rank the songs on a classic album. That classic album is Led Zeppelin 4. So stay tuned for that today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. For those of you in the UK. And tomorrow, we've got Ranking the Albums. Rich Catino and myself will be ranking the catalog of U.S. Christian metal act Stryper. That's coming up tomorrow. And then, of course, we kickstart the work week off with the Hudson Valley Squares on Monday, in the Prague Seat on Tuesday. Wednesday is new release day here on the channel. We've got lots of stuff coming up this week. We've got new Candlemass, new Fuzz Bubble, new Dragonland, Tedeschi Trucks. That's all happening this week. Maybe a couple others. We'll see how that goes. And then Thursday is the Monsters Den. We are ranking the films in the Conjuring franchise. That's coming up on Thursday. Friday is Friday Morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff. Saturday, the UK Connection once again. Then ranking the albums coming up next Sunday as well. So a jam-packed week. Lots happening. Oh, by the way, we're ranking the albums of Clutch for the following Sunday. So we'll have Martin and Guitar Hack and myself will be ranking the Clutch catalog. That's coming up a week from tomorrow. And then the week following that, we've got Ben Dudai's coming back on the show. We're going to do a Spawn of Possession album ranking, right? That's a great technical death metal band. They only have a handful of albums, but we're going to be ranking that short catalog. So that'll be the following Sunday. So lots happening here on the channel. So please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And also please do hit that like button before you leave. Very, very important. Thank you so much for everybody. So we'll see you soon on the UK Connection here on the channel. I am Pete Pardo. Take care. Bye-bye.